Hey y'all, it's September, which if you're like me, that means even though it is not yet sweater weather, it is fall. If you're looking for some early fall themed content to watch on Disney Plus, well, sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee, bundle up in that blanket because today I've got some recommendations just for you. The first pick is going to be throwing it back to the DCOMs of old, Wendy Wu, Homecoming Warrior, okay? Brenda's song in this movie is just fantastic, and this is one that I've been wanting to rewatch for such a long time, and I felt like it was perfect for this time period because, you know, September, October is about when I had homecoming when I was in high school. Rip the days of my youth. I think it's like a great entryway into this kind of, it's a little spooky, it's a little bit more fall school themed. If you are unfamiliar, Wendy is an American teenager. She claims to be the reincarnation of a powerful female warrior. Yet, of course, she's just a typical high school girl. I feel like this very much brings along the spirit of Jake Long, American Dragon, but kind of to younger girls. This is just such a classic throwback, and maybe you will be able to recall your young memories of popping those Pillsbury cookies with the pumpkins on them in the oven and waiting for them to cook while you were on a commercial break on the Disney Channel. Like, I'm just trying to bring in the 2006 fall vibes. That's our first one off the list. The second one is a personal choice, but one for good reason, and that is Daredevil. Daredevil was recently added to Disney Plus earlier this year after Disney acquired again the rights to the Daredevil character and all of the Netflix Defender series. Daredevil, the reason it's on this list is not only because the character is soon to be appearing in She-Hulk, but because the series takes place in Hell's Kitchen, New York. Throughout the series, there's a ton of rain, and Matt's apartment, kind of when it's dimly lit the way it is, gives a little bit of like a cozy vibe, if you will. Maybe that's me and my bias towards him and my love for the character. The more gritty element of the show, it reminds me of a cold, kind of chilly, wind is biting you as you walk through New York City with a cup of coffee in your hand, and hopefully there's no crime fighting vigilantes around, but if they are, you better hope they're Matt Murdock, because a lawyer by day, vigilante by night, this man is fantastic. Many scenes throughout Daredevil take place in a Catholic church and follow Matt, who is a martyr of a character who constantly deals with whether he is a sinner or a saint, doing the right thing or doing something for his own sake. And that very intense, like, moral struggle is something about the show that I feel like fits along with maybe the dark academia or gothic aesthetic that kind of crops up this time of year. So if you for some reason haven't seen Daredevil, I highly recommend you go watch it. And if you're like me and have, girl, go rewatch it. I'll give you a free pass on that one, okay? I also want to recommend Jessica Jones in case Daredevil is not necessarily your style, but you're looking for Jessica Jones because it takes place also in Hell's Kitchen, New York. In one episode, Jessica is outside and there's all these string lights around, and I don't know, that one just really struck me as fall feeling. Pick what you will, skim episodes as you will, but I think both of those have like a little bit of a chilly autumnal day. So you may have noticed a little new addition to my set here. And what I am so happy to announce today is this beauty is brought to you by Movie Palette, the sponsor of today's video. Movie Palette is a great way to showcase your favorite movies as art in your home. As you can see, this is the entire color palette of my favorite movie, Beauty and the Beast from 1991, the animated classic. The products are absolutely beautifully printed and shipped with the utmost care. Like, I was so happy to see how well this was packaged when I was unboxing it. I absolutely love how much of a conversation starter these pieces can be because at first sight, you don't know what it is except for a bunch of colors, but when you can actually look at it and derive the meaning and feeling of the movie from a piece of art, that is like every film lover's dream. Movie Palette has a huge library of movie palettes you can choose from that are ready to order, or if you don't see your favorite movie or show, you can personalize one and request that it be custom made just for you. If you want to get your own movie palette or start your Christmas shopping early, go over to moviepalette.com and use my code SASHA15 for 15% off your order. Thank you again to Movie Palette for sponsoring this video. The next one is more closely spooky season related, and that is Growing Fangs, which is a short film on Disney Plus that follows a young girl who is half human, half vampire, and kind of finds herself not fitting into either world. But what I think is brilliant about this movie is it's a mockumentary, and we all know how I love mockumentaries. I just think it's like a really cute growing up coming of age short film, but it's got the vampire sprinkled in. I just love this one. The first time I saw it, I just thought it was brilliant and really charmingly funny. If you're a fan of What We Do in the Shadows or Booksmart, Those two things, they would go together like peanut butter and jelly, and that peanut butter and jelly sandwich is this short film. Next, I'm gonna recommend Lamplight, which is another short film, and you may have heard of it because it is a Toy Story short film, and it kind of explains a little bit more of what happened to Bo Peep throughout the events of Toy Story 1 through 3 to get her to where she is in Toy Story 4. And I don't know if I've talked about it a ton on this channel, but I'm not the biggest fan of Toy Story 4. However, this short film, the way it is lit is so beautiful, but then it's taken to another level of beauty when you think about the fact that this is all being created on a computer. Human beings put painstaking work into making animated light look this pretty. And maybe that's just the animation nerd in me, but I think there's something here for you to appreciate. I also think the story is really cute. Those cozy vibes, as well as some of the rain, that's super impressive thinking about where the first Toy Story film came from and that quality of that animated film versus what we have now. Looking at all of those stunning effects is just something to marvel at. The next one is one that I actually haven't watched, but it's on my watch list, and I think it's a perfect time to experience it before her newest album comes out, and that is Taylor Swift Folklore, the Long Pond Studio Sessions. It's just kind of a stripped down exploration of folklore, which is like the definitive fall album, only rivaled by Taylor Swift's other fall album, Evermore. Both of them just have these great storytelling elements, and I feel like seeing her work her way and give commentary on each of the different songs on this album that is amazing to listen to this time of year. Makes me want to grab a record player and a hot cup of coffee and like journal my heart out or like clean my apartment or something. I sincerely love this album, and before Midnights comes out, I feel like it'd be nice to revisit some of her more recent work, so I will definitely be watching this. So I invite you to join me on that watch list journey. Let's make it like a little book club of sorts, but for Taylor Swift shows on Disney+. The very last recommendation I have for you today is Hocus Pocus, because as of September 30th, 2 Fridays away, is when Hocus Pocus 2 drops on Disney+. I have actually, confession time, never seen the original Hocus Pocus, so I will most definitely be watching the exploration of these 3 witch sisters and all their shenanigans before the sequel film comes out. This one is most truly gonna set you into spooky season mode, so if you're not quite ready for October to be knocking down your door, maybe skip this one. For someone who's a little too scared to watch truly spooky movies, I'm always down for a really great Halloween comedy where the spooky elements are for fun and entertainment purposes rather than actually make you jump out of your seat with fear. Please leave your recommendations down below, and be sure to check out my discount code for Movie Palette to get 15% off using Sasha15 at checkout. Please be sure to like this video, turn that red subscribe button gray, and click the notification bell to make sure you never miss an upload from yours truly. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an absolutely spooky start to fall, and I will see you in my very next video. Bye, y'all.